You know who was canceled recently?
Who?
Puff Diddy.
For the baby oil.
Yeah.
Don't do it again. Nope. 1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil was taken from his
that's crazy
estate.
That's a lot of butt fucking right there.
Ashy?
That's a lot of butt fucking.
Do you see the racial jokes that he's making?
I don't know what it's
You
for.
see the racial jokes?
I thought we turned it into legal.
Yo,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
you need to apologize to black men. Apologize to black men's ankles and elbows.
I apologize to ashy black men.
All right, fair enough.
I apologize to my knuckles right now.
Nah, Diddy got to come out and say that. Diddy got to be like, listen, I'm ashy. This got nothing to do with butt sex. I'm an ashy dude.
Yeah, it's dry up here, or wherever.
He's locked up. So Diddy's officially in jail.
Yeah, I didn't know. I knew that. I know the 1,000 bottles of baby oil. That's insane.
I heard an interesting take.
How big is that house? You know what I mean? Yeah, think 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
No, you have like a cellar for it.
Yeah.
You keep it chilled.
You had a wine cellar and a baby oil cellar?
Yeah, exactly. So, this is
You got a nice
94.
vintage?
Yeah.
So I want to give credit to the person who told me, but I don't know if he would want it out as his opinion. So I'm going to reserve using his name, but it's not my.
Tell us what 50 said.
No. It wasn't 50. It wasn't. You guys know him, but. Yeah, I just want to make sure he would feel comfortable. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I think this all happened once that dude came out and said that Diddy hired the guy who killed Tupac.
Oh.
I thought that all this Diddy stuff stemmed from his lawsuit with the liquor company that owns Ciroc. So apparently Diddy won like $1 billion lawsuit for like racial discrimination with the liquor company that owns Ciroc.
Yeah.
And he won it. Like they were going to have to pay up. And then all this shit happened afterwards. So I'm like, oh, wow.
Imagine being a racist and complaining about racism. Ain't that crazy?
I mean, yeah.
Fuck racists. You're a
racist. You're not even no.
You were born here.
Yeah. So I thought that's what it was. And I thought that these, $1 billion, liquor mafias are like, they're in the pockets of these politicians. And they're like, hey, listen, look into this guy. He's got some fucked up shit. He wants to take billions from us. Well, you're going to have to deal with this. But he said that this guy, and I guess the guy alleged that Diddy was the one who contracted him to kill Tupac. Is that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And that guy had been locked up. So my buddy was basically saying, like, listen, that guy's been in jail. So he's had a year to cooperate with the feds. So he's had a year to learn everything about Diddy. He goes, furthermore, Diddy stuff kept getting leaked. The hotel video all of a sudden is leaked. Like the fact that there are these videos of all these sexual escapades is leaked. Like all this information is getting leaked almost to like sway the public. Because if out of nowhere they just locked up Diddy, maybe the public would be like, what is this? This is horrible. This is racist. How are you going to take down this successful dude? Now that you got a video of him beating the shit out of the girl, what's her name? Cassie, right? Now that it's kind of like known and accepted that he's having these crazy sex parties, there might be some drug trafficking going on. Yeah. It's almost like they're preparing the public for the takedown of this very powerful man. And I wonder if it does come from that dude. I don't know. I just an angle I didn't see. What do you guys think?
That's interesting. Yeah.
I just thought that those rumors were out there. I guess him coming out and saying it was different. I got hired. But yeah, I'd always heard rumors that he had Biggie killed. Like, you hear wild shit about Diddy for decades.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know.
Yeah, because he said that quite a while ago. Like, it was a space and time before since he did that interview and said that Diddy put a price on Tupac's head, because he didn't actually contract that particular person. There was like some meeting in a hotel where he was saying, oh, I'll put $1 million on his head. And then these guys said, oh shit, we know there's a price on his head. We happen to be in Vegas at the same time. Let's get that mill. Yeah.
And you're right about $1,097,000 with inflation. What the fuck is that now? That's crazy money.
Yeah.
So his 3 charges are racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Those are the 3 things.
I mean, yeah, apparently some of these girls are underage, which is going to be its own different thing. But I believe the Ciroc thing more than anything, to be honest with you. I didn't put that together, but that makes the most sense. And probably if you're Ciroc, you've been hearing all this shit. You probably know some shit. And we're like, we protected you, and you're going to sue us for crazy money? All right, let's go.
I think it was just Cassie.
It's not our job to protect you anymore.
That's right. Now that we're not in business, we're not silencing shit.
I feel like it was just Cassie because like everybody talked in the industry, maybe not to this degree, but like everybody would talk about Diddy people just waited for somebody to step up. And
Yeah.
the moment she opened that gate, like everybody, now all his security's doing interviews, everybody around him's doing interviews. They're trying to clear their name or whatever because they know they were around it and seeing some of this fuck shit. And so I think that's really what happened.
Yeah, I know it's
if
kind of a
there's, like,
trope to say like it's brave to come forward and like it seems like it's lost meaning. For her,
Oh, yeah.
every human being knew some shit about Diddy that knew him, and nobody. They were all
they were afraid.
you know, all scared.
It's incredibly
And
brave.
she's just like, nah, here's everything.
That's the thing. A lot of the people that are powerful that do this kind of stuff coming out, well, I guess coming out, you could argue no matter what is brave because you also have to deal with the
course.
scrutiny of that. But like,
For her especially.
yeah, it's like even coming out saying like Diddy doesn't pay his taxes is brave.
Yeah.
You could get murked for that. Yeah. And if it doesn't come through, everybody leaves you out in the cold. It's not like you get protected. Once you come out and accuse a powerful man of something, it's not like you get like Secret Service protection.
Yeah.
You alone.
Yeah.
And you either get touched or lawyers fucking bankrupt you or like even the legal ways that they could drain you are crazy.
Because you have to engage a lawyer
Yeah.
in order to fight anything that comes in. So anybody can sue anybody for anything. And you have to call a lawyer to help you with that. And every time you call them, that's money. Every hour they spend, that's money. They could send, what's it called, allegation after allegation. They could literally drown you. So if you don't have deep pockets, which a lot of these people who are being taken advantage of don't, you're not going to take advantage of some like princess because she got deep pockets. She's going to fuck you and her parents are powerful as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, all you need is one cease and desist. Hey, stop talking about this or we're taking you to court. And then you don't even have to get people active. You could literally just have a letter and have lawyers come
if
after.
that guy will do that to you in a hotel lobby, think what he'll do behind closed doors.
think about how arrogant Diddy was.
Oh, insane.
That he knows what he's done in his life.
Yeah.
Diddy's either incredibly arrogant or incredibly innocent. Because he knows what he's done in his life, either nothing or something, and chose to stay in America. Russell Simmons knew he f***ed all them girls. So he fled to Bali and did fucking Pilates for the last 6
You can
years.
deny it if you want to, but you ain't been back to America in quite a while.
Yeah, like let's call it what it is. Nobody goes to Bali during a rainy season. You are there every single day.
Yeah.
Right? And with the balls to even comment on shit. Diddy could have left.
Yeah.
He could have went somewhere.
I mean, Epstein could have left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredibly arrogant.
I don't think
I think
Epstein
it's
could have
arrogant.
left.
Because he said
I think he's still running an operation. I think he was still running an operation. And I think that I think he got flipped on by people that he was working with.
So then the question is, why was Diddy filming all these people? Like, sure, you could just be filming people because, like, you're a freak and you have all these like, weird
he
sexual
thinks he's
proclivities.
untouchable. That's the arrogance,
Yeah,
too.
that's
He said
the
Cassie's a liar, knowing there's hotel footage out there.
Yeah.
He knew that.
Yeah.
He thought he paid to have it buried.
I 100% agree with you. I think that is the arrogance. Or it's a Whitey Bulger situation. Do you guys know Whitey Bulger?
yeah.
The Boston Irish mob guy who was a Fed.
Yeah.
And he was working with the feds. So he could do whatever he wants with impunity because he knows he's helping out the feds.
Yeah.
So maybe.
When you say he was a Fed, you mean he was an informant, right? A
Informant.
CIA.
Yeah, it was informant. So maybe, I think, which is what Mark is alluding to, is maybe, we don't know, these are all allegations, or allegedly, these are allegedly, sir. Maybe Diddy was cooperating. Maybe Diddy had protection. Maybe Diddy was sharing some of that surveillance footage or whatever it was that he had with certain, I don't know, 3-letter organizations.
Yeah.
And because of that, he felt safe. He felt protected. He's like, they're not going to let me go through this, all the stuff I gave them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I don't know.
This is a conspiracy theory. But as someone if you're blackmailing someone, the worst thing you can do is be exposed. Have exposure on you.
Say that again.
So, like, in order for Epstein to blackmail people, people can't know he's a blackmailer. You know what I mean? And in order for Diddy to have people, again, this is a conspiracy theory, but if people are coming to his parties and he's filming them, which is, according to the prosecution, he has tapes of people at these freak-offs.
Yeah.
You know, for what purpose? And why does he feel so confident?
I would assume, I guess if I'm going to try to climb into that guy's mind, there's a lot of stuff about power that he gets off on. Like, that's what the freak off is. Really ruined a fun term, by the way. That's what the freak off is like, I'm going to make you do this thing. Watching a tape is just I'm seeing my power being exerted again and again. That's why I would take it.
Yeah, it's like a token.
Yeah.
Like a serial killer keeps like a button from a victim's
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you like inherently have power over them. So whether he was sharing it with organizations, again, it's all speculation. No one knows. But he definitely has power over them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if someone's trying to step out of line and like fuck him over, all he has to do is send a picture and be like, "Yo, by the way, do you remember this?" And then any problem he has with that person that came to his party at any time goes away.
Yo, you know what's real funny is that like Shits and Gigs is going through this shit right now. You want to know someone who really hates black women?
Yeah. Yeah.
What about the guy who beat the shit out of one and dragged her through the fucking hotel
by
room?
her
What about
hair.
the guy who's being accused of like sex trafficking them around the country? Like, what about the guy who's being accused of drug? Like, your energy could be spent
Much more wisely.
much more wisely than the people who laughed at a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much more wisely. But again, it's not about
Helping.
helping. It's about self. It's about
Feeling
ego.
power.
How can I feel power? You can't feel power with Diddy. The feds already got him.
Yeah.
So you need something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think Diddy makes it through this trial or what?
This feels very Epsteinish. Because they got the tapes, they got the records. There's a lot of people nervous right now, probably.
Yeah.
You think
He's
Jay-Z
locked
gonna
up.
have him killed?
Stop.
You said a lot of people. Name somebody that's not Jay-Z because that's the first person we've all been told it is.
Jay-Z's not going to
Disprove it.
Diddy freak off, bro.
I don't think Jay's going to. Jay wasn't it that story that Jay wore a condom to get head from Superhead?
Yeah.
That discipline
That's
does not allow you to be at a baby
exactly.
oil freak off from P. Diddy.
Yeah.
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 Like there's no that mother. Jay is disciplined.
Yeah.
I believe it. I just want you to throw a name out there. This
Oh, I don't know anybody that's in these freak offs. I'm just saying there are a lot of people. They say they have a lot of, what was it? Did they say the amount of hours of footage or something like that?
I didn't see that.
Oh, but they say they have a lot of footage.
Yo, somebody getting paid
That's
with our
crazy.
tax dollars to watch that shit. How crazy is that? Like,
Jerking off.
that is their job for the next 3 months.
Yeah.
To watch Diddy fuck guys in the butt. Like, what a crazy country we live in.
Yeah.
You joined the CIA, you joined the FBI because you want to fight evil. And now you just got to watch Diddy have sex with video vixens, male and female, for 3 months.
Yeah, we got to watch the guy that volunteers for that. He's like, I'll do it. You're like, what?
Yeah, wait, huh? Huh?
No, I think Diddy thinks he can beat this because his lawyer said that he was supposed to turn himself in the following day.
Yeah, he's
and
delusional.
they took him in.
But he also didn't want to be arrested outside of his house or whatever. Like, you don't want public photographs of you.
No, I know, yeah, but I wonder what changed, why they arrested him
Diddy.
early.
I think he just pulled up. He was like, all right, I'm here.
No,
No, they
went to
arrested him at
they
his
arrested him
hotel.
at his house.
Yeah.
I thought he turned
Hotel.
himself in.
No, he was supposed to turn himself in the day after.
Put it this way, and you guys can probably speak to this more than I can, or at least you can, Al. If the feds are after you,
Oof. Good luck.
right?
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for Diddy.
Yeah. And where's he being tried? In the Southern District?
Real quick, and I'm going to fuck up this story, but there was a very famous story recently of this guy who died on a boat in the Mediterranean. I'm going to fuck this whole story up because I haven't read enough. But basically, I'm pretty sure that this guy was sued by the federal government and won.
Okay.
And then he ended up randomly dead because his boat got flipped or something like that in the middle of the Mediterranean. And they're saying because it got windy.
A water spout apparently hit the mast and knocked this boat down.
A
And
gigantic boat. The point being, they're going to get you one way or another.
The feds.
If they believe that you did the fucked up thing, you're going down. It could be wrong, but we're talking about a 95% conviction rate or something like that,
Yeah.
the feds. So I think they're basically like, hey, listen, Diddy, you did the shit. Or there's enough powerful people out there like, I don't trust him being an operative anymore. Time for you to go. Who knows? This could all be bullshit. But it feels to me that it is very important to some people out there that Diddy goes down.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's like a hypothetical that if the feds want you, they're going to get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was even talking to a guy the other day, this guy, Frank Parlato. He was like the main journalist that exposed Nexium
The cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he basically like did the whole expose. He took them down. The reason he took them down is because they came for him because he was a consultant that then left.
Oh.
And so they came after him, like try to sue him into oblivion. And he basically just exposed their whole thing and eventually got them all arrested. But he was saying that after the case, it actually changed the precedent for sex trafficking in New York, which is interesting. That this guy, Raniere, is indicted on sex trafficking. And basically what he says, and he actually regrets this is what he told me. Again, this is what he said, that basically sex trafficking now, specifically with the grand jury, because grand juries apparently are super malleable from prosecution. Like the old saying is like a grand jury can indict a ham sandwich is like the term that people use, that a grand jury, you can just roll over.
What does grand jury mean? Just a selection of your peers?
It is, but the prosecution is selected. And so you get like the best prosecutors and you get more of them or something to that effect. And then in a grand jury at the closing statements, the prosecution leads the closing statement and then the defense gets a word and then the prosecution gets another word at the end, which gives you a huge advantage when it comes to persuading.
That's the last thing in your mind before you convict.
The first thing and the last.
Yeah. Whoa.
So apparently
You just need majority.
That's right. That's right.
You don't need unanimous vote. That's right. So it's basically a system that's set up to be like, hey, we need this guy clipped.
Because convictions are also really important for DAs, and it's like it helps the whole system to get these convictions. Also, if everything is like pending and you get hung jury after hung jury after hung jury, it costs so much money, it takes so much time. So there's kind of a system where, again, they can kind of like manipulate these grand juries a little more. This is from what people I've spoken to. He says that the sex trafficking laws in New York have changed to the degree that if you basically introduce someone, he says like the worst case, and there's been precedent for this since the Nexium thing. If, let's say, one guy introduces a girl to another guy and they have sex and it's consensual and it's fine, and the other guy rewards the first dude in any way, shape, or form, whether it's like, hey, let me buy you a drink. That girl was awesome. Thanks for setting me up. That can be considered sex trafficking.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
This is what he said. Again, I don't know exactly. He says it can go even as far as to expressing gratitude. So like a text message like, dude, you're the man. Thanks so much for setting me up. This guy Parlato says that the precedent now since that case that he helped expose now can kind of wrap up anyone that's ever been set up by someone under sex trafficking.
Now this is how
all you amazing wingmans out there better watch out.
Toast.
This is what he said.
But this is how these things work. You have a situation where there is a guy who's, let's say, a pimp or something like that, or even like a girl who's a pimp, somebody who's running some other girls. You give a girl to another dude. You don't even accept payment. You're just doing it because that's what your skill is. You got a bunch of girls, you're passing them around, and maybe you get payment from something else. You get payment from getting a percentage of this business thing, or you get to invest in this company in like early seeds. They try to create protection for the women, which I think makes a lot of sense. They're like, if the only way we can clip this guy is to prove that money was exchanged, then we can't protect these girls. Then politicians go and they go, I want to have the Protect Women Act. And then what person could possibly veto the Patriot Act or the Protect Women Act? So now you have these rules that can be taken advantage of by very innocent cases, meaning a guy connects his boy with a girl, then he goes, bro, that was the most amazing. She was the hottest chick. Dude, let me take you out to dinner or something. This girl's fucking amazing. She's so hot. And if you want, you could clip that guy through this law that was genuinely made to protect women.
Yeah, if they want to come after you.
Yeah, if they want to come after you.
The feds are not going to fucking send a letter to someone for being a wingman. But if you're in jail or if you're being indicted and you have a bunch of tax fraud and shit, and they can also throw this on.
And throw it on, pile it on. Wow.
So that's kind of like the RICO thing. It's like, hey, if you did anything criminal involving a business or commercial entity in any capacity, like now you're on racketeering.
Yeah.
So like they expand these things to get these mob guys, but then there's other people that then can fall under it.
Yeah. And they're not going to peel it back.
Yeah, and then you can even just have precedent. So you don't even necessarily need to do the law. You can just be like, oh, well, in this case, this happened. So therefore, in future cases, this other thing will happen the same way.